Hey, what's up guys, and welcome to this video titled Top 10 Ways to Improve Your Investing with ChatGPT. And I know a lot of you guys already use this, everybody's heard about it. However, if you stay to the end of this video today, I guarantee you'll learn at least one new thing that's going to benefit you a lot when it comes to investing, and just how to better use AI chatbots in general. I'm a power AI user, I've been using it every day for nearly 2 years, and I couldn't imagine life without it now. And so in this video, I'm going to teach you everything I've learned, the techniques and strategies I use for it, and give you some real life examples inside ChatGPT when it comes to investing in the market. And so I promise this will be the best 20 minutes you spend all day. And as a reminder, if at any point during this video you're finding value, please go ahead and click that like button to help support this channel so I can keep making this free content for you guys. And so let's dive right into it. So first off, I'd encourage you to become a modern day investor with AI. There's a lot of fear and gloom out there surrounding AI. And for sure, Nvidia stock could be overvalued, but that's really beside the point. I'd encourage you to use AI a lot in your investing and your life for a number of things that I'm about to show you. And so it all starts with learning about artificial intelligence. Don't get left behind of this huge technological revolution. Instead, become a power AI user to benefit all areas of your investing and life. And so try and think of AI as your assistant and collaborator. It's not a replacement for you. It's there to help you become more productive, more effective, and make better decisions. And unlike a real life assistant, it only costs $20 a month, and it never takes a sick day either. So first off, what is ChatGPT, and just a little bit how it works? Well, it's an LLM, a large language model. It's basically an advanced artificial intelligence system designed to interact with users through natural language. These chatbots use deep learning algorithms and large datasets to understand and generate human-like responses, making them capable of engaging in complex conversations. So I pretty much think of GPT as an expert in every topic. And there's multiple ones out there. Not just ChatGPT, Google Gemini, and there's other ones. And all of them are fed different data sets. So some can be better for certain things than others. But just think of it as pretty much seeing just about every piece of data, document, and knowledge in the world. And then it can put all that together and understand it, and understand your prompts, understand your questions, and then give you a natural response. So it's kind of like you can speak to an expert in any field. However, there are limitations. This is still very young technology. We're still in the early days. It doesn't always get it right, and there's some things you should be aware of. And in fact, let's dive right into ChatGPT now, and we'll ask it to list its own limitations when it comes to investing. Okay, we're inside ChatGPT now. Most of you know this. If you don't already, you can go to chatgpt.com, and they do have a free version. However, I pay $20 a month for the latest version, and that is 4.0, which just came out 2 months ago. And that just allows for a few more features and can process more complex queries. However, a lot of what I'm doing today, you can use in the basic free version. However, for $20 a month, if you're really serious about investing in AI and you want to help support them grow, then I'd say it's well worth the investment. It's very reasonably priced, in my opinion. Okay, so let's talk to it and ask it what's its limitations when it comes to investing. You'll find ChatGPT, it's very honest, it's very neutral, it's very careful what it says, it's free from most biases, and so you can just talk to it as if you're talking to an expert in whatever topic you're interested in. So let's ask, what are your limitations when it comes to helping an active stock investor? Okay, so here we go, real-time data. It cannot access real-time stock market data. Investment advice. It cannot provide personal investment advice. Predictive accuracy. My predictions or analysis is based on historical trends and patterns. Regulation compliance. And human judgment. Lacks the ability to incorporate personal judgment, intuition, experience, and so on. So that's something to be aware of when it comes to investing. But just in general, let's ask it, what are your limitations in general? Lack of real-time awareness. No personal experience or emotions. Limited contextual understanding. Dependence on provided data, that's a big one. Just remember, a lot of the time, it's just regurgitating what it's seen or what it's been trained on. And then that's overridden. And to be neutral, remember, it's always protecting itself. It doesn't want to give you too specific financial or health advice, as obviously the creators behind it don't want to be sued. Obviously, it can't perform physical tasks, ethical and legal constraints, complexity and ambiguity in language, knowledge cutoff. And so like I said, some AI bots are better for other things depending on what you're trying to achieve. So just quickly, before I get into the top 10 ways you can use GPT to improve your investing, I'll just quickly touch on how you can use it in general. And I know a lot of you guys use it for some of this stuff. However, there's plenty of people out there that don't use it much at all. And I think a lot of people might be surprised at actually how much you can get done with it, which is pretty much endless. Just a few of the things you can do is learn new things, whatever it is you're interested in. You can ask it, create some lessons for you. I use it a lot for cooking. I love cooking, so I'll get it to help me formulate recipes, or if I'm missing a certain ingredient, I can ask it, what else can I use? You can even take a photo of ingredients or stuff in your fridge and ask for recipes. It can understand what's in an image. If you've got an exotic fruit or vegetable and it's been in your fridge or cupboard for a little while and you're not sure it's off, you can take a picture of it and ask GPT, does it look okay to eat? Things like that. Search for new content, books and movies. Tell it what you already like, specific examples, what you're looking for. I use it a lot in work to help write emails, planning. I even get it to help me with coding. It's good at finding bugs and just giving simple code. Pretty much knows every language out there. You can use it as a travel agent. My wife and I are going to go to Europe next year, and so I've been using GPT to help plan our holiday, including things to see, things to be aware of, different etiquette, cultures and customs, planning actual road trips, things like that. And most importantly, the biggest benefit, not just in investing, but also in general, is you can use GPT to make life decisions. Like I said, it's very neutral, it's very calm, it's very logical, and you can be very specific and exact in what sort of decision you're trying to make. And like I said, different chatbots are better for different things. This is Google Gemini, which I find has more data on current events or more accurate data than GPT. And you can do things for like shopping, booking flights and stuff, because it obviously, being Google, it owns all the data on YouTube. You've got Google Shopping, Google Travel. So just to give you an example, you could say in Gemini, show me cheapest flights from New York to Miami next week. And here we go. It's looking at its travel data and can spit out flights. It can give you links. I also prefer Gemini when I'm doing some shopping. Recently, I just bought an air purifier for my office. And so I asked it, give me a list of the top 5 air purifiers based on online reviews and rating. Enter. And so there it goes, straight away. And this is how AI uses so much power. Just searching that huge data set in under a second, and it can list some products. And again, you can conversate with it, ask more questions about a certain product, tell it what budget you've got, specific things you're looking for, exactly the type of room you're going to put it in, what particular things you're focused on. For example, here I was looking for something to help remove pollens out of the air as I get a bit of hay fever. And so I found the best air purifier to suit my needs with the help of Google Gemini. Just a year or two ago, I'd have to spend half a day digging through search results and websites, reading blog reviews, reading different product manufacturer websites. Now I can just instruct the AI to do all that for me. But anyway, let's get back to the topic of investing, which you came here for. That was just a quick example of how you can use AI in general. It's really up to your own imagination. But one thing's for sure, it can allow you to get a lot more done. People are always asking me, Jared, where do you find the time to do all this? And I always tell them it's artificial intelligence. So let's dive right in to the top 10 ways you can use ChatGPT to improve your investing. And I'll quickly give you an example on each of these top 10 points. So number 1, education. Better decisions all start with having good knowledge. So you can gain a deeper understanding of financial concepts and investment strategies with GPT. Think of it like your virtual tutor for all things finance. Learn the basics, expand your knowledge, and make more informed investment decisions. So in this example, we'll ask it, what is free cash flow and why is it important when stock investing? So let's just hit enter on that prompt there. And here it goes, giving us a really detailed explanation of what free cash flow is and why it's important in investing. So quite a lot of the times it'll give you a detailed response, but sometimes you just want a quick summary. So we can add onto that prompt by saying, simplify into paragraph. And here we go. Free cash flow is the cash a company has left after covering its operating expenses and capital expenditures. It's an important measure because it shows how much cash the company generates, which can be used for dividends, debt repayment, or reinvestment in the business. Investors value FCF because it indicates financial health, operational efficiency, and the potential for future growth. So again, you can have a conversation with it like you're speaking to an expert. And so I learned it a lot to learn new concepts or just as refreshers on things I might not have touched on for a while. But like I said, you can think of it as your teacher. It can teach you anything. And the best thing about it is the speed. You don't have to dig for all this information online. You can just throw out a few words and it'll start teaching you. Okay, the second way you can use GPT to improve your investing is for market analysis and news. You can stay updated with the latest market trends and use that to impact your investment, and can even give you insights into how current events might affect various sectors. And so like I said, for recent or even real-time news, Google's Gemini can be really effective. However, GPT is quickly catching up, and so in this example, we're going to prompt it, what are analysts currently saying about Starbucks? And we'll stick with that stock throughout this video with a few more prompts as well. I think you'll find interesting. Okay, let's see what it says about this prompts. So you can see it's searching, it's browsing the web, it's searched 5 sites, which you can actually click on and see where it's looked, where it's got its data from. Analysts have mixed opinions about Starbucks stock. The general consensus rating among analysts is hold, with an average price target of approximately $92, suggesting a potential upside of 24% from the current price. So again, it's saving you time. It's not that it doesn't know any information that's not already out there, but instead of going to these websites and looking for that, you can just prompt it. Things like that without having to leave the platform. Okay, on to number 3, stock screening. You can efficiently filter through thousands of stocks using specific criteria like market cap, PE ratio, and dividend yield. It can help you identify exactly what you're looking for, and you can actually do things in GPT 4.0, like upload a spreadsheet of your sharing data, PDF file or whatever, and it can read all that data and you can be very specific in what you want it to do or analyze. However, for this example, we're going to keep it simple and we're going to ask it to give it a list of what the top 5 small cap restaurant stocks that are listed on the New York Stock Exchange. And just putting that word in there, top, kind of just gives it a little bit of freedom to tell us what it thinks is the top 5 small cap restaurant stocks, and it'll usually give you pretty good reasons why. So let's go ahead and do that. And here we go. Just pressed enter. Once again, it's searching the web. It's had a look. It's had a think about it. And here it is. It says 5 small cap restaurant stocks listed on NYSE that analysts have highlighted as notable picks. Cheesecake Factory, Carver, Dutch Bros, Brinker, and Domino's. And it did acknowledge that it is slightly larger and more like a small to mid cap stock, which is true as well. And so again, you can be specific. You can ask it, what's the fastest growing? Which one has the least amount of debt? Which one could potentially stand up the best during a recession? Which one has the most exposure to international markets? Anything you want, you can ask it. And this is one area I use it a lot as well. Screening and comparative analysis and research. I use a number of other quantitative screening tools and data sources, but I'll often consult with ChatGPT when I'm looking for something specific, something that aligns with my current macro view or particular stock or sector exposure I want to add to my portfolio. I use ChatGPT to help me make my decision. And that brings me to my next point, number 4, stock comparison. A lot of the times the best way to make a decision is with the elimination method, is to get down to a final couple of choices and then try and make an objective decision, and you can use AI to help you do that. And again, sometimes its data can be a little spotty. So if you want the best output, then you got to give it the best input. And like I said, you can upload a spreadsheet or a screenshot and feed it accurate data so it can give you an accurate output. However, without that, let's just prompt it, compare Starbucks and Yum Brands in terms of balance sheet strength. Just hit enter. Let's see what it says here. Searching the web again, browsing finance Yahoo. Here we go. Comparing the balance sheets of Starbucks and Yum Brands reveals key differences in their financial structures and health. And it goes on and gives you an explanation. Total assets, liabilities, debt levels, cash, equity. Then it says overall, both Starbucks and Yum Brands exhibit a balance sheet structure characterized by high leverage and negative equity. It didn't quite give us a specific answer there. Sometimes it's quite hesitant to give you, like I said, personalized financial advice. Other times, if you learn how to prompt it so it kind of can cover itself and it doesn't feel vulnerable, then it can give you a better response. So let's try and do that in a really conservative way. And let's prompt it, what stock could, instead of would, could better withstand a sharp increase in interest rates. So let's see if it can give us a specific answer to that. Conclusion, it did. Yum Brands might be better. See how it worded that? Might be better. It's not going to go out and tell you, Yum Brands is definitely better. It's going to the moon. You should buy all the out-of-the-money call options you can get on it. It's going to do the opposite of that. So just keep in mind, it's very conservative and unbiased in its answers. It'll quite often add disclaimers in there and try and remain very neutral, because just remember, it's always trying to protect itself. So once you know that, you can better prompt it and it'll still give you the answer you want in a more subtle way. Okay, the 5th way you can use GPT to improve your investing, fundamental analysis. You can dive into the financial health of companies by examining key metrics, balance sheets, financial statements, you name it. Whatever you feed it and ask it, it can do. So let's give it an example. Analyze the financials of Starbucks. And like I said, you can use whatever data you want. You can export data to a CSV file. I use Seek and Alpha a lot for my fundamental analysis. However, that's a premium paid plan for good data. I know not everyone is willing to get that. You can use free sites like Yahoo Finance, which is mostly right, especially when it comes to large stocks like Starbucks. Then you can use a simple Chrome or other browser extension plugin like Awesome Screenshot just to download a screenshot of the entire page, just so it can capture all the data. And so I've gone ahead and done that. Let's upload the file into GPT by clicking on this, upload, and there's the file uploaded into GPT. And let's give it the prompt, analyze the financials. So it's looking at that data we've just given it. And here we go. The uploaded image shows an income statement, revenue. So I can just summarize it all up. Gross profit, net income. And then again, we can conversate with it further on that data. And we could ask it something like, what's the average revenue growth over the past 3 years? And it should better work that out by just looking at that data. And yep, there it goes, just looking, doing the equation, 14.73%. So again, it's not just giving you the specific data and answers you want, it does so really quickly. And so on to point number 6, technical analysis. I don't really use GPT to do technical analysis, as it is a little bit shallow in this area, and I prefer to do it myself. However, I wanted to include it because it can be done. And so in this example, we'll ask it to perform some technical analysis on the daily price chart of Starbucks. And so I just downloaded a chart image from TradingView. Let's give it the prompt and see what it thinks about it. Here it goes. Price trend and movement. The chart shows recent price movements within a range. Currently the price 74 experienced a downtrend followed by slight recovery. Recently showed a downward signal. Wow, that's pretty good. It can even understand my own custom TradingView indicators. Volume analysis, varying levels of trading activity indicators. VWAP extreme. Wow, that's really good. It can actually understand my own custom TradingView indicators. So again, whatever you feed it, it can read the image really specifically and just give you a neutral, kind of unbiased look at it. Because remember, us as humans, bias creeps into all of us and makes its way into our decisions. So the more unbiased you are, the more data-driven you are, the more neutral, the better result you will get. Okay, number 7, developing strategy. You can build and refine your investment strategies. You can build trading systems, technical trading systems. Like I said, you can do some coding, whatever platform you're into. However, you can also create broad-based strategy, like we'll use in our example. I think a recession may happen in the next 6 to 12 months. How can I position my portfolio to potentially benefit from this? Let's see what it says to that one. Enter and off we go. Prepping your portfolio for potential recession involves focusing on strategies and investments that can provide stability and possibly even benefit during economic downturns. Here are some steps and considerations. Diversify your portfolio across various asset classes, sectors, geographic regions. Yep. Defensive stocks, healthcare, utilities, consumer staples. Yep. Increase cash. Consider bonds, fixed income, high quality dividend stocks. Look at gold, precious metals, REITs, evaluate your exposure to cyclical stocks, review debt and leverage, stay informed and flexible. I'd say all that hit the nail on the head. Couldn't have said it better myself. Okay, on to the 8th way you can use GPT to improve your investing. Risk management. Learn how to protect your investments from market volatility and potential losses. And so in this example, we'll do something a little different and ask it to create a simple 3-question risk tolerance quiz to ask me questions and then rate me afterwards. So let's go ahead and do that and see what it says. Here we go. Here's a simple 3-question risk-tolerant quiz. Please answer the questions and I'll provide a rating based on your responses. Number 1, investment time horizon. How long do you plan to invest your money before you need to start withdrawing? So I'd answer D for that. Response to market volatility. How would you react if your investment portfolio lost 15% of its value in a short period? Sell all investments to prevent further losses. Sell some investments to limit losses. Do nothing and wait for the market to recover. Buy more investments at lower prices. I would be D for that one as well. And number 3, investment knowledge and experience. Well, I don't like to toot my own horn, but I'm going to have to rate myself a D on that as well. So I'm just going to respond D for all. See what it says. Based on your answers, D for all questions, you have indicated a high risk tolerance. Here's a breakdown of what that means. Time horizon, response to market volatility, and so on. So that's a really basic quiz, but I'd say it's got it right. I do have a high risk tolerance because in my opinion, volatility is the currency you pay for outperformance. And of course, you can do a much deeper quiz and much more complex than that. I'm just giving you a simple example here. Okay, the 9th way you can use it is for portfolio analysis. Again, you could upload some data or screenshots of your portfolio composition, sector exposures, you name it. However, for this one, we're going to keep it simple again and give it a hypothetical question. I own these stocks: Starbucks, Tesla, Nvidia, Microsoft, and Apple. How would you rate my portfolio diversification and risk? Okay, let's see what it says to that. There's 5 stocks. Having a little think about it. Here we go. Your portfolio consists of the following stocks. It always just acknowledges your question. Sector diversification, give you a nice little summary of that. Assessment. Your portfolio is heavily weighted towards technology sector, with 3 out of the 5 stocks falling into this category. While these companies are leaders in their respective fields and offer growth potential, a concentration in one sector can increase your exposure to sector-specific risks, such as regulatory changes, technological disruption, or market sentiment shift. Geographic diversification. All the companies in your portfolio are US-based. Company size and growth stage, risk assessment, sector concentration, growth versus stability, overall portfolio risk and diversification rating, moderate to low. Risk, moderate to high. Recommendations, increase sector diversification, explore geographic diversification, assess risk tolerance. Again, couldn't have said it better myself. It is bang on the money. That's exactly the type of formal response I would give to that question as well. And the top 10th way you can use ChatGPT to improve your investing. That's why I left it for lucky last. The number 1 thing I really use it for as well is decision making. Like I said, it gives you balanced insights, data-driven advice, and it can help you make a lot of different decisions, even small decisions towards a larger decision. So in this simple example, we're going to ask it, I'm currently considering investing between 2 stocks, Starbucks and Yum Brands. Can you ask me some questions and analyze data to help me choose which one to invest in? So let's just go ahead and do that and see what it has to say. Once again, it's giving me another little quiz and question. Investment goals, risk tolerance, sector and business model, geographic, give me a bit of analysis. I did give it a pretty broad-based general question. So it's given me a broad-based general response. I wasn't really specific there. However, let's just further clarify for it. I'm looking for the stock that offers the best exposure to the Asian markets. Let's see what it says, because I was a bit more specific. So it's given us a little bit of a background. Recommendation, Yum Brands. Again, may. It's not telling you, it definitely does. May offer better direct exposure because of its significant presence and established brand recognition in China and other Asian countries. KFC is one of the most recognizable Western brands in China, and Yum Brands has a substantial number of franchises across the region. So again, you can just be very specific in what you're looking for to help make a neutral, data-driven decision to help keep human emotion out of it. So that's 10 examples of how you can use it to better invest. Just a bit on how to get maximum benefits. You want to become a prompt expert, because like I said, the output is only as good as the input, so you got to learn how to properly prompt it. Take your time, give it data, give it examples, be very specific, and try and cover itself in your own prompt in question. Don't ask it, tell me what's the number one stock in the stock market that's going to go up next week. It won't be able to do that for you. But if instead you say, out of these 3 stocks, which has the most strongest balance sheet to withstand a recession, then it can give you an objective response. So be very specific. The more details you give it, the better response you will get, and take the time to give it context and exactly what you're looking for. And always be aware of its limitations. It's not always right. It can occasionally spit out wrong data, as it can't do everything. It can't crunch a huge amount of data just yet. And so I wouldn't rely on it 100%. And it's important that you verify important data and decisions you're going to be making. And just remember, it can't give you specific financial advice either. And I'd encourage you to use it daily for everything, not just investing. Make it part of your decision-making process in all aspects of your life. At the end of the day, we're all the product of thousands of small decisions, plus or minus luck. And so a bit about what's next for AI chatbots. Well, in my opinion, this technology is still very young. It's only going to get better from here. And I'm already experimenting with creating custom GPTs based on my own data. Next up, I believe personal AI agents will be the next big thing, along with the Internet of Things. That is, connected devices into a central system overlooked by AI to generate better analytics and make better decisions. And so just think about it like the old way. For example, if you wanted to book flight, let's say, for example, you wanted to go have a holiday in Italy. So the old way, actually, some people might say the old way is going to a travel agent. However, I think it'll soon become the old way was you have to manually look up flights to Italy, search around for the best offer, search for hotels, and then manually book them, manually pay them. And all of that takes hours and hours. However, I think in the near future, you could be sitting there cooking your favorite meal and then speak to your own personal AI agent that's connected to a screen on your fridge with your voice and say, hey GPT, I'm thinking of going to Italy next year. What's a good time to go? Can you give me some ideas of prices, etc.? And then in a nice voice of your choosing, it'll conversate with you and give you that information. And then if you want, you can say, please go ahead and book those flights for me on that certain date. And then in 2 seconds, GPT will respond, that's all done, thanks Jared. Confirmations are in your inbox. Enjoy your holiday. So those old manual tasks of booking flights, booking movie tickets, ordering a new product for your kitchen online, they can be done really fastly and efficiently. And I think that can be done with voice AI and your own personal AI agent that learns you, knows your personality, knows the things you like, you don't like, and just helps you get a lot more done, a lot more quicker. And so you can just imagine all the cool things that could come from that. Like celebrities could license their voices out. So our own personal AI agent could be in a voice we like. For example, I'd probably choose Sean Connery. So maybe in a few years' time, I could wake up one morning and on a little speaker in our bedroom, I might hear, good morning, Jared. Can I make you a warm brioche bun? And I'd say, that sounds great. While you're there, can you also knock me up a banana smoothie? And other things like that. It's really endless. So in my opinion, we should all embrace AI. Don't get left behind. Don't get caught up in all this fear-mongering from these large channels that are trying to scare you away from this new trend. And again, valuations on Nvidia and all that's a different story. However, I'm talking about the technology. It's not going anywhere. It's only going to get bigger. And you can either be a part of it or you can be a late adopter, as it eventually will play a big role in all of our lives. So that sums up this tutorial. I hope you enjoyed that. And if you did, please go ahead and click that like button below this video. And if you'd like to know a little bit more about me, my name's Jared. That's me there in my office. And I do this stuff for a living all day. All I do is run Click Capital, trade, and invest. I don't have another job or another business or anything like that. I've actually been trading and investing for 20 years. I worked for a large investment bank from 2006 to 2008, when I then resigned, and I've been out on my own ever since. And a lot of you guys know I run a daily market review on YouTube, where I've got guys all around the world watching every day, mostly from America, Canada, United Kingdom, Germany, Australia, Singapore, you name it. I've got clients all around the world. And for a long time, people have asked me, how did I learn all this about trading, investing in markets? Well, like I said, I've been passionate about the topic for 20 years. However, I was also fortunate enough to get a diploma in financial services after I left school, along with working at an investment bank. And so I've learnt a lot, and it's unfortunate that schools around the world don't give us all a financial education. Teach us about saving, investing, tax, insurance, estate planning, all these things. However, the good thing nowadays is anybody can learn online from anywhere in the world. You don't have to spend $100,000 on a formal financial education. In fact, you don't even have to spend $1,000. I've actually created an online comprehensive course that I sell for just $349 one-time fee. And I'm currently running a special when you can save a further 25% off that using code LEARN25. And so you'll get instant access to 25 video modules on demand. Over 12 hours of content you can watch at your own leisure, you can stream to your TV, and I dive deep into numerous topics: how markets really work, mastering charts and price action, more on using AI, algos, and automation, what specific investments I have, creating and protecting wealth, and details and backtests and examples of 10 of my active trading and investing strategies. I even teach you things like financial markets history, all the famous bubbles and crashes, and what we can learn from them. I talk about how to protect your wealth, charts, fundamentals, valuations, economic analysis, and different investing and trading strategy. Everything from spread trading, trend following, ETFs, options. Then I also go over the important topics of risk management and the psychology in investing, along with a list of other online tools I use. And in the conclusion, I give you recommendations of all my investing books that a lot of people have found interesting. I've got hundreds of students all around the world, and I've gotten a lot of great feedback from this course, and a lot of people wish they had this when they were younger. So if you're interested in learning more from me, then click the link below this video, head on over to my website, clickcapital.io, and when you get to the checkout, click on apply coupon, then type in LEARN25, click on apply, and you'll only pay $262 one-time fee, and you can get instant access to my course, and you'll have lifetime access to watch it at your own pace, and I'll be updating it for years to come, which you'll always have access to. And I'm so confident that you'll find a lot of value in it that I'll allow you to watch up to half of it, and if you don't think it's for you, then send us an email and I'll refund you no problems at all. So you can watch up to half of it risk-free, and if you're interested in pairing it with one of my other products, like my custom trading view indicators, my stock trading bot, or my new stock pick service, then you can use the same coupon code on my packages page, LEARN25, and get 25% off a package that includes my online course. And this will be the biggest saving if you want to get access to 2 or more of my products and services. And again, these are with no ongoing costs either. So if you're interested in improving your financial knowledge and getting the financial education that you never had, then make a small one-time investment, and I promise you won't regret it. Just click the link below this video, head on over to clickcapital.io and use coupon code LEARN25. And I hope to start teaching you more knowledge and strategies in investing starting today. Thanks very much for tuning in, and I'll speak to you again soon. Cheers.